to write the word mom out of wire. I'm going to use 18 gauge wire, which is a little bit thicker than our 22. So this is about a 1-inch line that I've drawn, mom, dad, and then on my 2-inch lines I wrote mom and dad a little bigger. So I'm going to start out with doing the mom. When I measured this with a string, it came out to 3 feet of string. I'm going to have 4 feet of wire, so I have a little extra to work with. The dad was a little shorter. It only came out to 2.5 feet of string, so there's a lot of extra on the dad. If I use 4 feet of wire for either word, I should have extra wire for a nice design. So I might decide on the mom maybe to loop this up here and make like a heart or something out of the top. So what I'm going to do is, instead of starting right at the beginning of my wire here, I am going to start leaving a little extra up there. So I'm going to go ahead and bend this and try to hold it in place. And now I want to bend down, and I'm going to press it, squeeze it with my fingers there. And the way I drew my little M, and go ahead and bend from here. So again, I'm going to squeeze it, and I'm letting it loop over. And line it up, and I'm going to try to bend from right here. And remember, you're not going to get exact points. That's why when we wrote the word, we tried to make it loop-de-loopy, because that works better with the wire. And right here, I'm going to try to get a nice curve. And you notice I hold the wire between my finger and thumb and kind of pull on it and try to manipulate it. Now when I let go, I have to make sure it falls to the place I want. So that needs to go a little tighter, and I need to make a kink right there, bend it back. So, squeeze. So it's the top where the O is going to come back around. And I want this to be smooth. So even though I might pick it up, I need to bring it back to the table surface. And around over here. So I gotta get a little tight loop there. And it helps to try to keep it flat on the table so your wire doesn't start kinking in all different directions. So again, I'm going to pinch it. And then when I pinch it, you see the wire shoots too far over. So bring it back up. All right, so I basically have the word mom on there. reasonably correct, reasonably smooth. So now I'm just going to flip this over so we can look at it. Now I have my little tails on here, so I can play with those. You notice it has a slight curve to it that way. I can flatten that out a little bit just by holding it in my hand. I'm trying really hard to not put kinks there. Okay, this one's puffing up a little bit. It's coming up forward at me, so I want to press it down. I was trying to make a little gentle curve there. And maybe I can make a little design in the top part here. So I'm going to curve that a little stronger. There's a little bend, it's going out a little bit far right here. So I'm going to pull that part up. And maybe I'll use something round to wrap around. So I'm just going to bend it around my pen. Try to get a nice smooth curve there. So I'm not wrapping it too tight. And that would work. I could go ahead and hang that on the wall on a little nail, and it has a little decorative part holding it together. It's bending up a little bit. I can push it back, and there I have it. I have my mom. All right, and you can adjust it. Want it bent a little more. All right, so have fun. Take your time and try not to kink the wire.